Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Dallas, aka Infurness, and thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back to another episode of TheTekkitRealm, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can get a free intro. Well, you're going to need these programs that may cost money, and they may be a little bit expensive, but with these programs you can make a really easy intro. So, you're going to be needing Cinema 4D and After Effects. Okay, these two things are essential. You're going to need them because there are two steps in making this type of an intro. It's going to end up looking really nice. So if you're used to making the Blender intros and stuff, well, with these two techniques, then you can make the intro even more high quality, because Blender intros are okay, but you know, they're not the best. So first you're going to want to open up Cinema 4D, because what you're going to need to start the intro is some graphics, right? You're going to need the text, because the first part in making this kind of an animation is using text to make the actual thing work, right? You're going to want to set up a whole new profile right here, right? New, and then new sketch right here. Or you could just open a preset. I already have some presets. I'm going to show you an example for one. Just open up the example. So here we go. This is what a preset's going to look like. I'm not going to go into detail on how you can make it completely, because that would take a long time, because that's a whole different tutorial. But essentially, here it is, right? Here we have our little our intro, right? And this is what it's gonna say. At first, you know, if you get a template like this, I just got a template right off the internet, it's gonna say your name. So you're gonna want to scroll down to where it says first layer and then second layer, because this is where you're gonna want to edit your name, right? So if there's only one layer, then you're fine, right? You can change the text by clicking on it. I have all this text available, so you can go ahead and download some text off the internet if you don't have some, but you can change it to whatever you want. So we're gonna have this right here, right? So this is gonna be our intro. This is what the font's gonna be, right? And this is basically what you want to do. And this is the easy part. Alright, you could change the orientation of the camera, obviously, but that would kind of like mess up the actual intro. Okay, so now that you're done with the preset and you're done with the text, and you have all your frames preloaded, this is just basically an animation. If you don't know how to make an animation, just quickly search up Cinema 4D animation tutorial, and it will show you what to do in order to make this a successful animation. I do recommend having it at least 200 to 600 frames, okay? It's going to take a long time to make it completely, and obviously it's going to take forever for me to completely explain it in this episode. So, in a nutshell, I'm just telling you to go and look it up for yourself. But once you're done with it, alright, after you're done customizing it, I highly recommend just doing a template, because it's way easier. Scroll up here to where it says Edit Render Settings, click on that, and here we have the settings for the render, right? So, alright, so now you're going to want to make a new folder. Now make a new folder on your desktop, and you can name it whatever you want. Just, you know, I'm gonna do render, whatever, there. Okay, you get it. Put that there. Go back into your Cinema 4D. And then up to where it says the file location, go to here, go to desktop, scroll down to render. Where's render? Render 2? Render? Where is it? There it is. Click open, save. Should be good. And then it's gonna say asset error. You could just press OK. Doesn't matter. Just one thing isn't gonna make a difference, so just press OK. And then it's going to proceed to render it off, and this should take a couple of minutes. You're gonna get a result that somewhat looks like this. But there's gonna be like a lot more than this. There's obviously gonna be like 600 or so, depending on how many frames your intro is. And each one of these is gonna be an individual snapshot of your intro. Okay, this is obviously without the background with it. But, yeah, it should take a few minutes, but once it's done, it's going to look like this, a whole folder full of intro snapshots, okay? Just leave that right there. Make sure you do not throw this away. Just leave it right here on the side. So now we're going to go into After Effects. Click the After Effects folder, and here we have two options. You have with plugins or without plugins. Basically, if you want to do the without plugins, you don't have to install any plugins for the actual After Effects. If you want to do with plugins, it's going to make it look a little bit more detailed at the end, but you do have to install the smoke file right here. Now that's a little bit out of the way, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go without the plugins. Double click this. It's going to open up After Effects. This template intro, okay, most templates are going to look like this. And this tutorial will work with any template, okay? This is just pretty much a tutorial that works for creating your own intro. If you're new to it, then it's also going to work for beginners who are just using templates. This is what a template's going to look like after you've rendered off the Sony Vegas, not Sony Vegas. God damn it, what's wrong with my head today? The Cinema 4D right here. Make sure you do this first. Do not go into After Effects first. After Effects is for after, and that's why it's called After Effects. Okay, so now you're in here. It's going to look like this, right? If we scroll to let's see, we could just composition, preview, play current preview. It's not going to look like anything because we don't actually have the files ready. It's just going to look like that, and obviously that's no good, so let's not do preview yet. Alright, so on the side right here we have some options, right? Currently it doesn't look like anything, and this is where a lot of people get frustrated because they think that they're doing something wrong. But you're not doing something wrong. You just need to import the files you just rendered from Cinema 4D into After Effects to make the intro work, because this is a preset that's already working with the animation, and now you just need to replace the blank screen with the actual the actual pictures that you made with the Cinema 4D. Basically, Cinema 4D is just a animation version of Photoshop, essentially. So now you're gonna take the files you just rendered off in the Cinema 4D, and you're gonna replace it right here. It's probably gonna have a title somewhat similar to this if you're using any other template. The person who made the template is gonna probably make it really easy for the editor to use. But in this case, I'm just gonna say replace with render. Okay, this is most likely what it's gonna be like. In order to actually do this, you want to double click, and here we have the render folder, right? Now this is the intro that I made earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and click the first one because this is what it's going to look like for you as well. Make sure this is selected right here, the PNG sequence. Make sure it is selected, because if that's not selected, then it's not going to load properly. Then do import. Okay, and now it's going to import all the files, and as you can see right here, it's already looking like an intro, right? It's already looking really good. And now right here you're going to have the replace with smoke. Okay, now every template's going to be different, obviously. This one's obviously smoke, but I'm just doing the smoke template, for an example. This template is something that was designed for me, but any effect that's going to be used, it's going to be probably really simple to edit. So in order to replace the effect, you just go to the effect profile and then right click, replace footage, file, and then go to the place where you have the effect saved. Now I think I saved my effect somewhere in the folder right here. If I could just go to my C drive here, After Effects, there we go. So now that's the smoke. Okay, that's going to be the effect. It could be anywhere on your PC. This is an example. Press import, and now you have the smoke imported. So, and then you could add the music. Obviously, this is just an example. You can change the music if you want. Replace the footage. This is going to be automatically present in your animation. But, this is just going to be imported into the templates. If you want to change the music, you could just go into your Sony Vegas editor. If you don't have Sony Vegas, just use whatever editor you have. And you could just mute the volume of the intro and then replace the song with whatever you want. It doesn't matter. This is just going to be by default. And then you can edit the general effects. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend doing that because that's already a preset that I made. But like I said, it's probably going to be the same with any template that you download. Okay, this is just going to be kind of a somewhat neutral tutorial on how to download all templates and edit them with After Effects and Cinema 4D. So once you're done here, you're going to go into composition. Make sure you're clicked out of everything first, and then go to composition. Go to add to render queue. Okay, the first one you can delete because that's just a copy of the other one. And then here we have the actual queue. You can go into best settings and then you can edit them. And once you have everything ready, you just go ahead and press render. And then it's going to start rendering your animation. And then this is what it's going to look like once it's done. So this is the original intro without the After Effects. That's what the text is going to look like before you do the After Effects. And this is what this particular intro is going to look like once it's rendered off. So as you can see, it's really sick movements and edits. Although the music is not my particular taste, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit. And this is the same intro, I just changed the music in Sony Vegas to match my style. So yeah, that's the intro, and that's how you make intros with Cinema 4D and After Effects. Now this works with, like I said before, creating your own intro and also editing templates. So this will work for any template and for any person who wants to create their own intro from scratch. So yeah, once you're done with everything, you could just go ahead and add the sweet intros into your amazing Minecraft YouTube videos, and then just continue to rack in those subscribers and views and money, because you keep on getting those sweet ass intros, right? You could just keep on doing that with this tutorial. So if that is what this tutorial made you do, then I would highly recommend you leaving a like. Make sure you just axe murder that like button, but not in reality because you might break your computer, but you know, just do that in hypothetical form. Alright, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.